Welcome back to my channel, Legends. My name is Soul Betty. You can call me Soul. You can call me Betty. If you're dropping in a ranked game with me in Apex and you're using your microphone and contributing to the team, you can call me anything you like. All right, Legends, let's jump right into the video this week. We want to talk about balancing in competitive in Overwatch. Do you think that this is a great system? Let me start with, I'm going to retract my statement from a couple of videos ago where I thought that the competitive system was tier 1. Now I'm going to tell you why, and at the end, I'm going to tell you where I think it ranks now. So let's jump right into it. So first things first, I am going to tell you about the things that I liked about the system, the competitive system. I absolutely enjoyed the fact that the game makes you get 50 wins in quick play before it'll allow you to get into competitive. I think that this is going to help with a couple of things, and I think that this is very genius of the developers to do. So one, I think it just prohibits cheaters from getting into the competitive lobbies, right? What cheater who's already taken shortcuts is going to spend 50 plus games just to unlock competitive? That is a huge win in my perspective, and that is the single reason why I think every game that has a ranked or a competitive system should utilize something like this. We talk about paywalls a lot. I think that it should be a play wall. Yes, I said that right, a play wall. A certain amount of games or wins before you can continue your journey in competitive. This is tier 1. This is beautiful, okay? Now, where I go a little sour is that my expectations were that after my 50 games, I was going to jump into bronze or rookie lobbies. Very much like Apex, when you start the game, you go into what's called rookie lobbies, and you play against people your own skill level. This was not the case for me in Overwatch 2. Keep in mind, I never played Overwatch 1, right? And I was about 10 or 11 hours into my Overwatch 2 journey when I finally unlocked competitive. So I go into competitive, play my first game. As you all know, I was playing with players that seemed like they had been playing the game for a long time. Positioning was good. Their aim was good. Their strategy was good. Looked like they were communicating very well with each other. All of the above, right? Again, not a long-time Overwatch player, but playing other games like Apex and Fortnite, you can kind of tell when there's a team that just has good vibes. That's what it seemed like. So after, I'd say 3/4 of the games and we were getting rolled, I just threw it out there. Hey, are these bronze lobbies? And I got a lot of LOLs back, and people started telling me what their previous ranks were. So one was previously a Masters, another one was previously a Diamond. The rest of them were Platinum, and then the other person on my team was new like me, okay? Now, I think there was a few people that didn't respond, but for the most part, you could tell that one of my teammates and myself were definitely struggling in that lobby versus everybody else. Now, this made me feel bad, because you've got folks that have been playing the game for a long time. They're in competitive, they're trying to place, and they want to play with people at their skill levels. Instead, the ones that get us stuck on their team, right, have lower tiered players, which essentially is griefing their game, not on purpose, but that's what I felt like to my teammates. Now, for the most part, they were very nice. I'm sure they were frustrated, but again, this did not feel good from a new player coming into the game. Now, for the other team, right, they've got a couple of bots / noobs that are playing on the team, right? Easier to roll us, probably had a lot of fun, right? Again, not a whole lot of fun for us, not a whole lot of fun for me. So I was like, okay, maybe that's just because I got to go through my placements. So I finish up my placements. I end up in silver 1, I think, after placements. Okay, no problem. I'm going to play against a bunch of silver players. A little bit disappointed that I didn't get to work up the ladder, a rookie or a bronze, go into silver, and then work my way up so I can really learn the game with people of my skill level. But maybe the game's right. Maybe silver's a little bit better than bronze. And look, I play Apex. Silver's not much better than bronze. And, gold is typically, I would say, 2 steps up from silver if you really want to put it in perspective, but gold's still pretty easy as well, right? And I don't know if Overwatch is the same way, but that's kind of the theory that I have going into it. So we start playing some games. I'm doing this live on stream. Then we get into a lobby where we've got two people that just absolutely rolled the lobby. One was a tank, one was DPS, and it was absolutely insane the amount of damage, the strategy, the positioning, and the aims that these two had. Even one of the persons in my stream commented that there's no way that they were any lower than Grandmaster previously. So I, again, wrote it out there. I said, hey, are you folks in silver? And both of them came back, said, no, hey, we're still placing. And I was confused by that because I was like, well, I've already placed, so why would you be in my lobbies? Now, keep in mind, that only happened once, right? For the most part, the rest of the lobbies were pretty balanced, but that was still kind of threw me off a little bit. I was like, I'm already in my second placings, and now I'm playing people that are clearly much better than I am. And that's okay. I don't mind playing good players. I don't even mind dying to good players over and over again. What bothers me is griefing my team because my skill level might not be as good as some of our opponents, right? So keep that in mind. If my skill's getting better playing these folks, that's great. But I still think there's an opportunity there. So then I go through, I place again, I end up in gold. I place again, I go to gold 4. I place again, and I ended up in gold 1. So again, I think that there is definitely a struggle with how the ranking system works because, those first 50 games, that should really tell and give enough data to Overwatch to say, hey, this is where we think you're going to be, and this is where we're going to start. I shouldn't have to do 50 and then do placements, and then do placements again over and over again, win 7 or lose 20 to figure out where I'm going and to go up or down. And it doesn't really give me a good roadmap of how do I get to platinum from here, or how do I get to diamond, or how do I get to grandmasters. And then the other question that I have is, how do the folks that have never played the game or haven't in a while get to, say GM so fast, or even top 500 so fast, and haven't played as many games? Or maybe they have, and I'm just not recognizing that. But to me, that's where the system breaks down. I think the early part of the system is great, and I think that having that play wall goes a long ways. But I think once you get into it, it leaves a player, especially like me, a casual player, a newer player, lost and confused on how to either rank up or rank down other than just playing the game. And hey, maybe this is by design, but anything that's competitive should allow me to analyze, take that data, improve on that data, watch my own gameplay, go back in and try to improve every game, right? If you think that I'm wrong on that, definitely leave me a comment down below on how I can improve my outlook on how these games should work. But in my opinion, the second half of competitive, I think, is broken. And I think with some tweaks, we could make this game absolutely wonderful from a competitive standpoint, and from where people should be from a competitive standpoint, right? So here's what I'm going to leave you with. So far, I'm 3 weeks into the game. I think I'm 30 hours into the game. I don't get to play every day. I was in Seattle last week, so essentially two weeks in. I think that the game is wonderful. I do like competitive, and I do think that, there's some things out there that can make it better for sure, and there's some things that happen that made the experience not so good, but I'm definitely going after a larger sample size so I can bring back proper feedback to you folks, especially the casual gamers out there and the newer gamers, so you know what to expect, okay? So I'm going to rank this. If I had to rank it out of 5, I'm going to rank it at 2.5, so it's halfway there. And that's because the first half is really great, but the ladder system within itself needs to be fixed or modified to make it a little bit better. All right, gamers. So I want to hear from you. If you could, and you've made it this far, I would like for you to comment down below. Tell me what kind of content you would like to see. Obviously, a like and subscribe. I always try to save that for the end so we could jump right into the video. And I always will leave you with this. Legends, I hope you have a great week. Thank you for watching my videos. I appreciate your time, and I appreciate everyone out there that's been providing feedback and even coming to play some games with me. It's a heck of a lot of fun. Have a wonderful week.